I am Devlyn Steele, Director of Education at Augusta Precious Metals, here with a recap of some of the bigger economic news from this week, including Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's keynote speech at the annual Economic Policy Conference in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Before we begin, remember to like this video and subscribe for more economic updates. Powell used the opportunity to once again reiterate the Fed's resolve in seeing the inflation fight all the way through to the end, saying, "We are prepared to raise rates further if appropriate and intend to hold policy at a restrictive level until we are confident that inflation is moving sustainably down toward our objective." The CME Group's FedWatch tool, which forecasts the probability of changes to the Fed funds rate, right now says there's an 80% chance that policymakers will leave rates unchanged when they meet again in September. Last week, the economic model indicated a near 90% chance that rates would stay the same. In other news, it appears the BRICS group of developing nations, currently made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, will expand for the first time in more than a decade. At the bloc's annual summit held this week in Johannesburg, South Africa, invitations to join were extended to 6 countries: Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and Argentina, as well as oil powers Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. If Saudi Arabia accepts the invitation, it would mean the world's largest crude oil exporter would join its largest importer, China, in an economic bloc seen as hostile to Western interests and an explicit rival of the G7. There are concerns as well that the extension of an invitation to Iran potentially could cause the bloc to assume an even more adversarial posture against the U.S. and the West. The bloc's expansion also raises the issue of De-Dollarization and the possible creation of a BRICS common currency. Although little headway was made on those topics at this year's summit, Russian President Putin told the gathering that the objective, irreversible process of the de-dollarization of our economic ties is gaining momentum. Finally this week, a fresh round of manufacturing data punched new holes in the narrative that says all is well with the U.S. economy. The Commerce Department revealed that durable goods orders for July tumbled 5.2% month over month, the sharpest drop since April 2020. It's also the first decline in orders for durable goods in the last 5 months. And the S&P Global reported that the U.S. Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index fell this month to 47 from 49 in July. This is now the 4th straight month that manufacturing PMI has contracted. That's it for now. We'll see you again next week. This is Devlyn Steele for Augusta Precious Metals, signing out.